I am delighted to provide the opening address to the 29th National Vocational Education and Training Research Conference, otherwise known as No Frills. 12 months ago, I addressed the 28th Annual Conference at the Adelaide campus of TAFE SA. And since that time, the world and Australia have changed. COVID-19 has affected all of us in many and varied ways. The restrictions have impacted on the way we meet, the way we work, and the way we train. The theme for today's conference is Workforce Ready, Challenges and Opportunities for VET. And as we enter the recovery phase from COVID-19, that theme could not be more relevant. It is now more important than ever that we ensure the VET system works for all Australians. The nature of work in Australia is changing, and the skills an employer requires in an employee today are fundamentally different to what they looked for a decade ago, and for some businesses, even a few short months ago. Australia's capacity to grow, to compete, and to thrive in a global economy has become dependent on employers and individuals being able to access and use the right skills at the right time. Now more than ever, Australia needs a trusted training system that can deliver workers with high quality, relevant skills that can support rapid upskilling and reskilling in growth areas. As we deal with COVID-19 and the impact on the economy, we need to acutely understand what is happening in the labour market, the structural shifts that will occur, and the skilling and retraining needed to get people into jobs. Skills are fast becoming the new currency of labour market activity, able to provide employers, workers, students and policymakers with a wealth of useful guidance. The Morrison government recognises the critical importance of vocational education and training to meet the changing skills needs of Australia's modern economy. Vocational education and training is front and centre of public policy formation and delivery because we recognise that boosting the skilled capability of our workforce is critical to kickstarting the national economy and ensuring our future prosperity. As researchers, policymakers, educators, training operators and employers, you know as well as I do how important it is to seize the opportunity to properly position the VET sector to assist in the recovery and the fantastic potential of a vocational education system if properly leveraged. To do that, we need the best data available and analysis of that data. NCVER has a crucial role to play in providing robust and trusted data and analysis to support future decision making. We also need the insights that arise from that data, the on-the-ground, real-world views that put the data into context and provide it with the nuances we need to make effective public policy. As a government, we know that we cannot achieve our goals alone. We must do so in partnership with the sector. I would like to address what the Morrison government sees as the key challenges for the VET sector and how we are working to embrace the opportunities as we recover from COVID-19 as a nation. The Prime Minister announced the Job Maker Plan in late May to return Australians to work and return Australia's economy to growth. In his address to the National Press Club announcing the Job Maker Plan, the Prime Minister brought skills to the fore. A key component of the Job Maker Plan is transforming the training system to help Australians who are out of work or entering the workforce at this challenging time to gain access to the skills that are in demand. We know the jobs created as we come out of the COVID-19 crisis won't all be the same as the jobs that were lost. That means Australians need access to high quality, nimble and relevant training to reskill and upskill for new roles. The Prime Minister pointed out that many potential students default to the university system, even if their career could be best enhanced through vocational education. As a government, we want trade and skills jobs to be aspired to, not looked down on or seen as a second best option. It is a first best option. Many stakeholders have told me that those words resonate with them. As part of our JobMaker plan, we've taken a long, hard look at the National Agreement for Skills and Workforce Development. The reality is, this has failed as a Commonwealth state agreement. On the 5th of June, the Productivity Commission released its interim report on the effectiveness of this agreement. The PC interim report found a lack of transparency and accountability. Under the agreement, the Commonwealth gives state and territory governments $1.5 billion annually in untied funding for vet delivery and has limited visibility of how this funding is used. The PC Commission has echoed the Prime Minister's call for a new agreement to replace the old one. We are working as quickly as possible to undertake this important reform to improve vet funding and transparency. The government's priorities for new funding arrangements are better linking funding to future skills needs, simplifying the system, reducing distortions and achieving greater consistency between jurisdictions and between vet and higher education, increasing funding and transparency and performance monitoring, better coordination of subsidies, loans and other sources of funding. These objectives present a real opportunity for the vet sector. By reaffirming the importance of the vet sector and placing it front and centre of the COVID-19 response, the Prime Minister has underlined the importance of the existing reform measures the government is already pursuing. As you know, Stephen Joyce reviewed the Australian Vocational Education and Training System and delivered his report in March last year. In response to the Joyce review, the government committed $585 million for the Delivering Skills for Today and Tomorrow package, announced as part of the 2019-20 budget. Overall, our skills package is supporting people to skill, reskill and upskill throughout their entire lives. It lays the foundations for further systemic reforms to strengthen the vet system, to ensure it delivers for learners, job seekers, employers and businesses. Chief among these reforms is the establishment of the National Skills Commission, which will provide detailed labour market analysis, including an annual report each year setting out the skills Australia needs. The Commission will also publish close to real-time data on labour markets to flag emerging skill shortages and other labour market trends. The Commission is an exciting and substantial addition to Australia's economic infrastructure. There will be many long-term benefits for employers, students and workers through the provision of independent expert advice and national leadership on the Australian labour market, current and future skills needs and workforce development. Detailed and timely skills analysis and information has the potential to allow education providers to offer vet courses better tailored to the current and future workforce needs of employers, with students then gaining highly relevant qualifications, leading to rewarding and sustainable careers. The innovative use of new data sources and advanced data analytic techniques will support the Commission in becoming a trusted source of sophisticated labour market information, analysis and forecasting. The Commission's work to develop efficient pricing will lead to necessary improvements in transparency and consistency for course selection by students. I'm pleased that our Interim National Skills Commissioner, Adam Boyton, will provide a keynote address to the conference. Adam Boyton's use of sophisticated data techniques is essential to enable us to understand current and emerging skills needs to better inform investment in training. The varied roles of the National Skills Commission demonstrate huge potential for it to quickly become a vital central hub supporting and enhancing the operation and analysis of the national labour market. Data from the Commission will power the National Careers Institute, established to provide students with the most accurate and comprehensive data on where jobs are and will be, and what skills they'll need to get them, moving them quickly from learning to earning. I regularly meet with stakeholders from industry, and a common issue raised with me is how we can best ensure the continued industry relevance of training. To drive innovation in response to this issue, we've established 3 skills organisation pilots in the digital services, human care and mining and services industries. These industry-led pilots put employers at the centre of the training system and will contribute to employers' greater confidence in the quality of VET graduates. We've also committed $60 million to expand the Australian Apprentice Wage Subsidy Trial to support new apprenticeships. We also have a $50 million investment to revitalise TAFE campuses across Australia. This significant investment over 2 years will be matched by state and territory governments, resulting in a funding commitment of $100 million. We're also creating more opportunities for young people in regions with high youth unemployment through scholarships and industry training hubs, which will link high schools with local industry. The Foundation Skills for Your Future program will help around 11,000 Australians with language, literacy, numeracy and digital skills needs. Together, these initiatives are raising the profile of VET and supporting Australians of all ages and stages of their career into VET pathways. The challenges ahead are numerous and complex. We must all come together to tackle them. We have already seen some fantastic examples of what can be achieved when we work together. As many of you would be aware, the process of developing and updating training packages can take months or even years. At the outset of the pandemic, we knew that we had to drive rapid and flexible development of training packages in crucial areas of response. I am delighted all states and territories agreed to the formation of the COVID-19 subcommittee of the Australian Industry and Skills Committee. The subcommittee has already been a success with the rapid development of infection control training in a matter of weeks. To emphasise, I said weeks, not months. This is now being rolled out nationally to support customer-facing businesses in training workers to minimise the risk of spreading COVID-19 so these businesses can reopen safely. The Commonwealth and all state and territory governments have agreed to jointly invest a new $80 million infection control training fund to enable the rollout of new infection control short courses. Around 80,000 workers across industries including retail, food handling and transport and logistics will now pay no fee or a small fee for training previously only widely available in the health sector. A new national skill set has also been developed that will enable new workers in the aged care and disability support workforce to be rapidly deployed with the essential entry-level skills they need. The entry into care role skill set will provide foundational knowledge and skills including safe work practices and infection prevention procedures. I can't emphasise enough that as we emerge from the COVID-19 pandemic, businesses and workers are looking to the VET sector to help Australia recover quickly. Fresh ideas and fresh approaches are needed. The VET sector faces many challenges, but with those challenges come opportunity. The Prime Minister made this clear when he said, "The extent of the damage wrought by COVID-19 on the Australian economy and the enormity of the challenge we now face to get Australians back into jobs means the policy priorities for recovery will be different to those in place before this crisis. We now have a shared opportunity to fix systemic problems and to realise gains as a matter of urgency to get more people back into work." This is a call to action for everybody involved with VET in Australia today. We have a rare opportunity to look at the longer term and think about what a best practice training system would look like for the nation and how we can get from here to there. Now is the time to set aside entrenched perspectives, break through traditional barriers and ask the questions that have been ignored or put into the too hard basket. I encourage you to consider how you can take action towards this goal as you listen to the other speakers and enjoy the conference. Thank you for your attendance today and your passion for making our VET sector the best it can be.